Welcome to this week's edition of Tiger Talk. My name is Will Kohlmeyer. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Community Relations at one of the nation's premier community colleges, Northeast. Big week coming up here at Northeast, and what a week it was last week. One of the highlights had to have been the Northeast at Ripley groundbreaking ceremony last Thursday, a very significant day in the history of Northeast Mississippi Community College. More than 100 were on hand. It was standing room only for the ceremony, and then afterwards, Michael Miller and I caught up with three of the key players with this groundbreaking ceremony and making this come to fruition. Our Northeast at Ripley facility, our president, Dr. Ricky Ford, the chairman of the board of the People's Bank of Ripley, Bobby Martin, and then Rudd Robinson Jr. He's the architect of this project from Pryor Morrow and a proud Northeast alum. As for Dr. Ricky Ford, this was a little extra special with him being a Tippah County native.
Absolutely. You know, this is a huge day for Tippah County. It's a huge day for Northeast Mississippi Community College also because of for me, it just got, just a personal attitude to it because I'm from Tippah County, and that means a lot to me to establish Northeast Mississippi Community College in Tippah County. It's huge because it provides an avenue now for Northeast and the leaders in Tippah County to provide a better way of life for all the residents of Tippah County, whether it be through enhancing their educational pursuit and dual enrollment in high school students, dual credit, also with workforce training, and also with economic development, and inviting industries in and doing their workforce training for them and getting them to have a presence here for people to have jobs and just to enhance their quality of life. And that's what it's all about.
It really is.
Helping people.
And in 1 year from right now, this building will be up and running, so that's exciting as well.
Absolutely. 1 year from now, we'll be having a ribbon cutting to open this facility, and then we'll start having activities and things going on, classes being taught, seminars being given, workforce training being done. The local economic development Crystal Allen will be here. We're bringing industries in that will actually come to this facility, and we'll sit down with them and tell them what we have to offer them. So, like I said, it's all about enhancing the quality of life for the people in Tippah County, and that's what it's all about.
Of course, Bobby Martin has done so much for Northeast through the years. In fact, during the ceremony last Thursday in Ripley, he gave our foundation at Northeast a $100,000 check on behalf of People's Bank of Ripley.
You're right, and it's the biggest thing that's happened to us in many years here as far as development economically and giving the kids an opportunity to get more education. And of course, Northeast, they've been riding the school bus for years, and then they all got cars and they drove to Northeast, but the Northeast has educated a lot of our kids since in the early 50s, and this will just be it'll just be great.
Well, and you talked about being hallowed ground, so this is extra special, not only helping out the folks in this area, helping out Northeast, but also this is hallowed ground for you.
Are you kidding? It is. There's no question. I was sitting here thinking about it the whole time today when the program's going on, and I've been here so many times, and you couldn't pick a better place to build this building, and it'll be used big time. I can tell you, it'll be occupied all the time, and I expect for us to expand it. This is just the beginning, I believe, for our county. And we've had so many kids to finish at Northeast. I don't know how many numbers, but my philosophy about the community college is that most, probably a big percent of kids that get a degree, a 2-year degree from Northeast, will go on and get a 4-year degree when they leave there. They get 2 more years. It's a big time. I've known a lot of kids that did it. They had no idea about getting a 4-year degree till they went through Northeast.
Rudd Robinson Jr., who is the architect for this project, said 1 year from now, the Northeast at Ripley site will be open for business. And Rudd also mentioned he is so thankful that he got his start here at Northeast.
Well, you're right, Will, and it is a pleasure to be here. It's like old home week because I graduated from Northeast Community College in 1976 in drafting design technology. Had I not gone to Northeast Community College and learned what I learned and received the good start that I received, I never would have been successful in architecture school or in the practice of architecture. Sometimes the hardest thing about it is getting started. Northeast got me started, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, we're thankful to have you as an alum, and everybody's so excited today because we have the ceremony today. 1 year from now, this puppy will be done. We'll have we'll have the ribbon cutting, I guess, 1 year from now.
You're exactly right. That's what we anticipate, if not sooner.
Before we get to our next guest, it is a light week in the world of events with midterms happening for full-term seated courses this week. In the world of athletics, Richie Harrelson and the Northeast baseball team continues their trek through the fall schedule when they travel to Delta State University today to take on Mississippi Delta Community College and Copiah Lincoln Community College. While the baseball team is away, the Student Government Association and student activities will continue its Tuesday night Scary Movie series in the Haney Union beginning tonight at 8 p.m. This Thursday night, Greg Davis and the football Tigers make the trek to Ellisville to battle Jones College. That used to be Jones County Junior College before they switched their name last summer. Northeast has a very short week to prepare after losing a heartbreaker this past Saturday at Mississippi Delta. Friday marks the finals for short-term 1 classes, so if you have a short-term 1 course, make sure that you have begun your studying for finals. Also on Friday, Robert Walker and the folks from the Burgess Fitness Center will have a Fitness Friday visit to Hills Chapel in Prentiss County. That should start around 12:15. After giving Alabama A&M everything it could handle over the weekend and falling 2-1 to the Lady Bulldogs at an event at UNA in Florence, Jody Long and crew are back in action for another Sunday affair this Sunday, the 13th, as Northeast heads to Hattiesburg to take on the University of Southern Mississippi. Heading into next week, remember Monday is Columbus Day, and while regular mail does not run on Columbus Day, we will be in session. In addition to Columbus Day, finals for short-term 1 virtual classes will happen next week beginning on Monday, and short-term 2 seated classes also begin on Monday. That also means that this semester is halfway home. Now, 1 week from today, next Tuesday night, it's a big event as the Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball teams take to the court of Bonner Arnold Coliseum for Late Night Madness. It's a great time for all with the hot shot contest, 3-point contest, player-fan shootout game, and the ever-popular dunk contest. Come out and meet the cheerleaders, spirit the Tiger mascot, and the men's and women's basketball teams next Tuesday night. You and your friends are listening to Tiger Talk. My next guest is Jonathan Alexander. He's in his 4th year as a diesel power technology instructor here at Northeast, a proud Northeast alum. And first of all, welcome to Tiger Talk.
Appreciate it, Will. Thank y'all for having me back.
Well, I love having you on the show. You do so much here at Northeast. We've got 2 big events that you're a part of this week. Starting with this afternoon at 2:30, we'll have the ribbon cutting ceremony of the Gail T. Davis Hall. That was the old Ryder building that we acquired. Talk a little bit about that. This is a big deal.
Yes, sir. That's our new facility that me and my guys are moving into there. It's around 12,000 square feet. 10-bay shop is going to allow us now to be able to work on trucks and trailers inside. Where we was located before in Votech 3, the shop wasn't really big enough, so we was doing a lot of outside work and things like that. Our industry seen a need, and Ryder is one of my companies that actually hires some of my guys, and they contacted me back in June a couple years ago and said, hey, look, we got this facility, finna put it on the market. Will you be interested? Got with Craig Ellis and President Ford, and things went from there.
That's wonderful. Yeah, it's going to be a big deal, not only, of course, for your program. I know truck driving will be using part of that facility as well. You mentioned kind of going forward. This is, we're all about, and our hashtag is moving forward at Northeast Mississippi Community College. This is really something for, you already got a recognized program, and this can only take it to another step when it comes to raising the bar.
Yeah, this is going to allow us to be able to work better with our industry. A lot of times they need some in-house training that they ask us to do, and now we've got a nice facility to do that in. And without them, they're the ones that hire my students. So My goal was, when I started here 4 years ago, I was going to be the top diesel program in the state, and that's still my goal. I haven't reached it yet, but we're getting closer.
No doubt. Closer and closer every year, and this might take you to the top. Okay, then we fast forward a couple days, and this Thursday, you talk about a team effort, but this is the Heads Festival. Of course, we're all about acronyms, Jonathan, here when it comes to education. Higher education achieves demonstrative skills. This is our career in tech, and we're talking about close to 3,000 people will be a part of it.
If not more. I got to give a shout out to Miss Carrie Cobb. I know she's done a lot helping us get this thing going, and I talked to her a while ago, and she kind of gave me some more numbers of people that's going to be here, and never expected 3 years ago when me and Ray and Greg Harden sat down and talked about this to bring to Michelle and them about doing it, it would be of this magnitude. First year here, I think we had around 360-something students. Last year, we averaged about 1,500. And then, like I said, this time, I wouldn't be surprised to see 3,000 people down there on the 10th. That's
amazing. You talk about Michelle. That's Dr. Barragona, Dr. Michelle Barragona, the VP of Instruction. And, I mean, it's like the word is getting out. So it's not just kids from our 5-county district, but you're getting high schools that are calling you from even out of the district that they want to be a part of this.
Yeah, we got Pontotoc Ridge. A lot of their students come and transfer to some of our career technical programs. I think they're bringing 180 students. We've got Manatee, Moorville. Actually had a guy called last week from Noxapater. Wow. And I have no idea how he found out about it. He said you was the man I needed to talk to about bringing some students. So I sent him some information, and probably going to have some coming from pretty ways off.
That's right. That's Winston County.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's 3 hours away from here. Yeah, no doubt about that. So much for these students, and this is something that I know you and the team take a lot of pride in, but it's just so interactive. I mean, the students really get a kick out of it.
Yeah. When we sat down, Ray and Greg and myself, we said that, of course, they'd done the tech fair back years ago, and we wanted to be different. We wanted to be different than anything else that these kids have seen. We wanted to bring them over here and show them that a day in Northeast is not like high school where they're led around, class to class. It's kind of they're grown men and women when they get on this campus. That's what I tell my students every day. And so we just said, hey, we're going to have that. We give them a little bit of competitions there to do, then see what we do on a day-to-day basis. We have things for them to look at. The live music playing all day long, so it's just unlike anything else in the state.
No, and you talk about it, the most interactive. I mean, there's a lot of these career and tech deals out and about, but when it comes to interactive, and the most interactive in all of North Mississippi, and you mentioned some of the competitions. I mean, there's scholarships to Northeast, and also some really nice prizes as well awarded to the winners of these STEM competitions.
We do. We give. Through the foundation, Mr. Patrick there, he helps us. We're allowed to give cash prizes of first and second in each competition. I think we have 11 competitions this year. And then we give usually a $25 or $50 scholarship to the winner of each one. And then if they complete all 11 competitions, their name goes into the drawing for an iPad. Yeah. So we kind of got that deal where they've got a little punch card they carry around after they've competed in all 11 competitions. They put it in a bucket, and then at the end of the day, we draw for a winner on the iPad.
That's neat. I'm looking forward to being the MC. Outside of that, the rest of it sounds pretty good. You're just going to have to work on a better MC for next year. But other than that, I know you even have the Tiger Band. You got some entertainment for them?
Yeah. We've actually got some different entertainment this time. We've got some guys from over at Ripley. The name of the band is actually Wide Open. A couple of their kids are students in our programs. One of them is Mr. Bullard's program. Another one, I think, is daughter maybe in the nursing program. So we've kind of got some relationship there this time with their entertainment. Shager, he's coming down after his 8 o'clock class.
Yes.
To relieve you, and then he's going to, take the mic the rest of the day. And not sure if he's got some homegrown entertainment he's bringing. He usually does.
He does. That's
so
right.
He usually finds us one or two there.
If you do hear a couple really loud booms on Thursday, do not be alarmed, right, Jonathan?
That's correct. We have got something a little spectacular this year.
Okay.
The mayor of Farmington, I actually met with him at a candidate speaking here a while back, and we got to talking, and it come up in the speaking about Civil War cannons. And I said, would you mind shooting those for us at the Day of the Heads event? He said, I wouldn't care a bit. So we've got two Civil War cannons. One is a replica, but one is an actual 1800s Civil War cannon.
Wow.
So my good buddy, Mr. George Knock, he's always helping us blow stuff up anyways. I told him my explosion was going to be louder than his this time, so we're really excited about that,
Okay, I'm trying to find my connection. Okay, Civil War cannons to a career in tech festival. Help me out here, partner.
Well, to me, there was a lot of machine work went into building those things.
There you go. Okay.
So you think about the stuff we've got today and how hard it is to machine something. Just imagine building a 600, 700-pound cannon back in the 1800s.
Wow.
So, it took a lot of construction to put wheel spokes together to make a wheel. So there's some ties there.
I get it now. Thank you.
So,
and not to be forgotten, of course, we got the lawnmower racers.
Oh yeah, those was a big hit last year. Mr. Larry Nelms and them out of Corinth, Mississippi. They contacted me. They kind of seen a flyer on Facebook, and he said, "Would you like to have some pulling tractors up there?" I said, "Man, we'd love to." And he sent me some pictures of these lawnmowers, and we're talking 150 plus horsepower engine lawnmowers these guys are racing and pulling sleds with, and the kids just got a big kick out of them. I love them myself, so they're going to be back with us this time and have those on display.
And then our friends from over in the Muscle Shoals area?
Yes, sir. Mr. Kenny Ford and them with Performance Torque Converter. He's bringing his crew with us. Kenny has supported us from day one on this event. He used to support Greg and them back years ago. He's going to bring our special guy with us that runs around with him, Mr. Eric Malone. He's kind of made a name for himself out there on TV world. Fastest cars in the Dirty South. Him and another guy, they take these cars and they soup them up, and then they drag race them and do different things with them. So he'll be here that day with one of his rides.
Before you go, the career in tech, there's so many options out there, and of course this falls under the Division of Business and Engineering Technology. Talk a little bit about that and how we are moving forward at Northeast. We're sure providing a lot of neat opportunities for our students to really be game-changing for their lives, especially some of those that are coming back, those adult learners, those non-traditional students as well.
We are. There's nowhere else that I know you can go spend 2 years of your life getting education and then go make, $50,000, $60,000 a year. And pretty much got students leaving here at zero cost. The education cost them nothing. So from day one, it's pure profit. And, talking about the growth, because of this tech fair, I truly believe we have seen that growth this time. My program is full. I was full by the third orientation session this time. Russ Bullard's got like 25 or 26 in his class in HVAC. Just nearly every program we've got is at capacity, and we haven't seen that in the last 4 or 5 years. And when I was trying to get some of my colleagues the other day interested in this, I told them, we're not recruiting for students next year. We're recruiting those students that's 3 and 4 years out.
That's right.
So that way we can take and be able to get them in a vocational program and then get them here and, and show them, hey, look, we can change your life with some of these simple programs we've got.
No doubt. And this event this Thursday is for 9th through 12th grade students, invited for a day of food, fun, and plenty of prizes. That'll be the Heads Festival this Thursday at Northeast. Jonathan, keep up the great work and appreciate your time.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Before we wrap this show up, we've been asked to announce that any students who are interested in signing up for the Most Beautiful pageant, visit Charlotte Tennyson and the Student Activities Office of the Haney Union so you can sign up and receive the necessary paperwork for the pageant. And with October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the Northeast football team is bringing back one of its most popular fundraisers. It's customized black and pink jerseys. Last year, these jerseys sold out in less than a week, so if you would like to honor someone who is battling cancer, honor someone who has overcome the dreaded disease, or remember someone who has lost their life to cancer, contact head football coach Greg Davis, defensive line coach Jake Landau, or Tiffany Johnson at the Northeast Development Foundation and Alumni Association. And with that, we will wrap up this week's show. A special thanks, as always, to Michael Miller for all he does behind the scenes to get us on the air each week. So for Dr. Ricky Ford, for Bobby Martin, and for Rudd Robinson Jr., along with Jonathan Alexander, I'm Will Kohlmeyer saying thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week right here on Tiger Talk.